Good evening, all of my petite papillons. See, there we go. We finally got an appropriate appellation for the best-looking and most well-informed audience on Twitch. Thank you for everyone joining us, or who wanders in after the fact. This is the Corundum Cat, having a slight bit of technical difficulty bringing up my chat alongside. Hopefully that loads. And this is episode 5 of our semi-amateurly voiced full long play of Shadow Hearts 2, Shadow Hearts Covenant. And, okay, yeah, let me futz with my side table here so I can hopefully see if people are communicating. Okay. Apologies, brief technical difficulties. I am not 100% certain if anyone can hear me or see me. 1 second, let me poke at this. Okay, apologies for the brief delay here. This is quite strange if I bring, okay, here we go. I just had to restart my phone, apparently, to get it to play along. Welcome, alright, yes. Almighty Tim Coryard, thank you. TJ, good to see you. You've got guns, and now I have my stream chat. Okay. Super weird. That one's never happened before. I blame the heat, because I assure you, it is stifling. Anyway, yeah, and of course, the one time I had my intro ready to go. Oh well, there will be a next time. So, here we are in Florence, Italy, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. As was mentioned at the end of the last stream, I'm not sure how we got here. There's a war on, and we passed a couple of different front lines. But occult-hating Matteo here, he doesn't care. He doesn't believe in fortune telling. Perhaps he doesn't believe in the Italian front of the First World War either. Broken-hearted Gianna used to dream of being a dancer, but then Carla took one look at me and told me I didn't have the talent. Don't let that old... You know what? Follow your dreams. Don't let that old lady turn you off from them. Oh, reminiscing Anton. Have you been to the fortune teller Carla's place? She might not look it now, but she used to be a real beauty. Sure. I guess... Okay, it's fair, I guess, if everyone can only talk about Carla in front of her store. Anxious Al. The war is spreading, but they'd never be so bored as just to bring the battlefield. Okay, buddy. Okay, Anxious Al is going to get invited to our classroom hours once we enter the dungeon. Not the gungeon, though that should also be entered. Deep cuts here. Practical Claudia.
True, this is a beautiful town, but now that the wars
started.
Beauty won't do us 1 ounce of good.
Yeah, okay. Creepy girl child in her gingham here, letting us know that innocence and beauty are the first casualties of war. Not what I was expecting for a street in Florence, but here we are. Florence and Venice are just about the only 2 towns around worth seeing. Well, you know, I take exception to that, because we just came from Paris. It's a creepy child. Trivia Trevor. Florence means City of Flowers. It's a gorgeous city, isn't it? Just like its name. But these days, when you say City of Flowers, I guess people think Paris, though. That's the City of Lights. No one would think of flowers when you said... No one would think of Paris when you said City of Flowers, kid. You're wrong. Okay, Backstreet Nero, I want to hang out with this guy. Well, with the war getting so intense, there are new ways to make quick money everywhere you turn. Fine days, these. My cousin opened a bistro up in North Ocean. Sold whole hogsheads to pirates. Gourmet connoisseur Ginori also knows about, Gordo's Bistro. Food's only food when it's presented on a plate. Anything eaten with your hands isn't food. That's not a gourmet, that's a snob, alright? I'm gonna put this man through diners, drive-ins, and dives. This is going to become a battle. Dog. How am I going to finish this hat? If only I had access to the player characters for an incredibly oblique item trading side quest. Straw? You want straw? How about this? Try this. Yeah, you've got some. And it's drilled up just right. You gotta let me have it. Yeah, no, take it. Sure, wow. It's not much, but I want to repay you. Here, have this. It's a movie made by a friend. He doesn't have a projector. I'm sorry. I have to check our key items. Because wait, where is that? Oh yeah. I have to check our inventory because that could be a lot of things. And I'm a little concerned. A very rare movie with some unusual characters. Independent amateur film, full of wacky characters like a cat-eared policewoman and a clumsy maid. An underground masterpiece that was ahead of its time. Oh, and then stud cards. Okay, alright, fine. I don't know what this film is, but it's not, that underground, so we're cool. I mean, I'll happily spread queer smut throughout the city. Or at least to the Magenet brothers, who are in Florence ahead of us somehow. How did they get here first? Don't know, don't question it. Bat's gold? Oh! That's a transformation item for Joaquin to instantly turn him into a gold bat, if for whatever reason you would want that before a fight. What up, Gerard? How we doing? Isn't it fabulous, lovely France, the birthplace of the Renaissance? Graced with the village refinement. Oh my, welcome. Okay, firstly, the Renaissance didn't actually happen. Second, it wouldn't have happened in Florence if it did. You know what, I wasn't prepared. That's next week's lecture. Why the Renaissance is fake. You come here for the hits. Okay, we've got healing items. We really haven't had to restore mana in combat, so I don't know that we need the expensive stuff. We've still got... Yeah, we've got our Phoenix down, we've got healing tents, we got bear claws. Man, I could go for a bear claw. Ooh. Okay, armor upgrades. I like that. Stops petrification. We're going to need that eventually. I don't know if we can afford that now. When we have the option of buying chainmail. And okay, well, obviously Blanca's getting a new silk shawl because there's a dog waiting to fight us right there. And Yuri and Joaquin can get those. And if Geppetto's in a fight, something has gone terribly wrong. Give me that discount. I'm gonna be perpetually broken this playthrough. Ooh, more points. Oh, Karen has an item slot open, does she? Oh yeah, well, nothing super useful, but better than an open slot. We've got... Yeah, alright, we're gonna go ahead and buy a fresh tent as well, because we're about to use one. Bargains, bargains, bargains. And, okay, yeah, Joaquin able to transform to Golden Bat. He's already a Golden Bat, I don't know why we'd ever do that. Okay, and I'll actually save my game properly instead of being cheaty-faced with save states like we were last time. Just on general principle. And then, yes, we're gonna fight a dog in the street. Oh, gonna bitch. Yes, exactly, TJ. Thank you. Obviously, underground films will be watched on a camping trip, which is the only phrasing for that I'm going to allow. This is a family stream. Well, it really isn't when it's Shadow Hearts. The quandary. Hey, dog. How are we doing? Oh. I thought there was an unpleasant smell. Oh, he's got little snake glasses. Okay, yeah, I was doing the right voice. I thought it was an unpleasant smell. A stray wolf, is it? Being kept by humans. You're hardly in the position to be so snooty. Ah, haughty one. I don't relish touching a stray, but fine. Consider this an honor. Today I'll lower myself to fight you personally. Alright, bring it on. What do you got, dog?
You'll soon know what it's like to fight the elite.
I got that pretty close. I was pretty close just making up a snooty voice. Okay.
And I'll show you that schooling and pedigree don't have any meaning in the real world, pal.
I really gotta see if I really should check my crests. I gotta see if I can get, like, haste on Blanca. Because he's getting into way more one-on-one fights than anybody else. Yeah, we know evasion isn't really worth it. Let's try for a buff early on, and then we'll have a dogfight. Okay, well it's good I buff physical, because it looks like I'm only using physical attacks. Imagine you're just going shopping in the market of, in Florence. And you're like, oh, maybe we'll check out that cool fortune teller, Carla. And then there's just two wolves kicking the snot out of each other, casting spells. And everyone treats it like this is a perfectly normal occurrence. Hey, yo, my dog's... I think I did briefly unplug my microphone. How's it working now?
Valedictorian of the Wolf Academy, beaten by a lowly stray?
Yeah, it's technical issues tonight.
Kept in a cage like a pet bird. All they want you for is show.
I've been beaten. I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Yeah, this was easier than the last one, man.
If you can't stand admitting defeat, you shouldn't fight.
Heck, Dog even saved us on mana cost by by putting a seal on it. We're doing great. Though it does remind me, I want to look at what crests we have. We got some new ones from that last dungeon. Salos' Gale. We already got at Shield. Might not be bad, but oh, okay, yeah. There's an actual res spell in this game. I think I've never managed to discover that before. All right, well, Karen is an unconventional choice for the party mage because she's mostly gonna be hitting people with a flaming sword, but you know, it's high fantasy. All right, I think we've talked to everybody and randomly looted some treasure chests in the city. Except for Healthy Rooney. He found us?
Hey, hold on a minute.
Is that he or she? No, it looks like that's she. That's she.
It smells like you haven't had a bath for days.
And that grubby appearance. You must be explorers.
We smell? Really?
I mean, Geppetto does. Look at that beard. Crusty. Well, you figured us out pretty quick. Who are you? And do you have side quests for us? We love that stuff.
Sorry, I'm Rooney. I don't want to brag, but I'm the president of the World Fitness Walking Society.
Oh, that is a 1915 kind of hobby. That is, yeah, no, I can believe this one. The World Fitness Walking Society? Not another weird club.
I say we don't get involved.
We are going to be walking.
I just thought that you were explorers and wanted to ask you a favor, that's all.
What? What's this? I'm sure I've seen this kind of thing before.
It's a device to count how far you've walked. It's called a pedometer. I just wanted to ask you to wear one as you go on your...
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we get prizes depending on how far we walked, but only dungeons count. Because, obviously.
Prizes, eh? This all sounds a little too easy. What's in it for you? For me? Nothing! I'm not that type of gal. I just want you all to know how good walking can make you feel.
I mean, I felt pretty good about Christopher Walken being all of the nobility in the previous game, so we have that going for us. So if we just clock up some distance and tell one of your club members, we'll get a prize, right?
Not quite, I'm sorry, but I'll have to ask you to come back to me for the prizes.
Is this a fetish? I think yes. What? How come? That'll make it such a pain. Yeah, how often are we going to come into Florence, really?
Oh, it's a little embarrassing to admit.
Okay, I was right. What is?
I'm the only member of the World Fitness Walking Society, so you'll just have to come back to me, okay?
So now we're now the four of us here and the dog we are the bulk of the membership. We can install a new general secretary. This is how the Bolsheviks do it. I don't see why we can't. You're the only one? It's a society? Oh, Yuri, don't be a jerk. We don't make fun of your hobbies, turning into monsters in your soul graveyard. Prick.
Don't make fun of me. I'm sure I'll get more members once people realize how great walking is. Go on then, get walking. You've got to collect up those steps. This does feel like early 2000s Japan, you know, like, yeah, hey, yo, get outside, work on your fitness. So actually, well, okay, no, I just mentioned that we had, you know, like, we've got an open accessory slot on Karen that we're not really using for anything. Great. We established, okay, deep cut. We established in the first episode that her boots are made for walking. So obviously she now has a pedometer to count how much walking she's done. This is a natural evolution of these things. This is my favorite cutscene. Okay. If I'm wrong again, I'll be very embarrassed. No, this is it. Okay, great. Super.
And so it just slipped out, did it? Well, they must be in Italy by now, I suppose. It's a good thing for you, Lenny, that we already moved the old man. We'll be all right, but no thanks to you.
I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I promise. You haven't had to face the guy, so you don't know. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with that guy. He doesn't listen, and right away he's ready to use his fists. And he plays these mind tricks on you.
You're pathetic. Forget it. I've had problems on my side, too.
Huh?
That old man. He appears senile, but he's a tough nut to crack.
Oh, man. You mean Bacon? That old skeleton face?
That's right.
What do we have to worry about that guy for? What do you and the master need him for, anyway?
That's none of your business. The master has his own plan for things. As for me, it's just a matter of simple curiosity.
Curiosity?
Simon and the Godslayer, they're somehow connected to each other. Which means, well, there are plenty of ways I can use that connection. Lenny, get the airship ready. We're leaving soon.
Okay, hokey and silly. I am gonna explain myself. Why do I insist that is my favorite cutscene in the game? So, I believe I when I first picked this game up, it was pretty new. I was much younger. I was much less handsome. You know, time brings out the best. And I was kind of like, okay, I hadn't played. This was my first Shad Hearts game. I hadn't played Kadelka. I hadn't played Shad Hearts 1. I just heard good things about this game, and I was kind of like, okay, this is weird. It's quirky. It's fun. I like the conceit of the traveling salesmen who are shadowing us in advance. And it's like, okay, I'm not really sure the game is super clicking with me, but I kind of like it. And I got to that cutscene, and I kind of fell in love with Nikolai and Lenny, mostly with Nikolai, because the whole like conceit of, oh, you know, you expect the evil villainous lieutenants of the shadowy organization that, like, oh, your dumb muscle fell for the simplest, schoolyard taunting trick in the book, gave away your secrets, helped out the good guys, and instead of like, he's not punishing him for his failure. It's not, you failed me for the last time, Commander, and force choking him or feeding to a demon or anything. No, they're just chilling in a tavern. They're having a drink, and they're talking about how, yeah, okay, you know what? Good villainy is a little hard to do sometimes. Whatever, it happens, just do better. Forget about it, I'm not angry. I'm having trouble too. And something about that really clicked with me. After, years of over-the-top opera reject Final Fantasy villains who in every conversation have to be screaming or threatening or incinerating their underlings. And this is just like, okay, yeah, no, you know what? You messed up, that's fine, do better, and let's get nose to the grind, so we got work to do.
And I liked that. That really stuck with me for more than a lot of the content of this game. Anyway, I believe we are going to Mount Maria Island to try and find a magic flower, or just an important one, to bribe the fortune teller Carla so she will give us information about Sapientes Gladio. Sure, that's a sentence that was just constructed. How we doing?
East of here, on a small uninhabited island in the Adriatic Sea, there blooms each month a flower called the Adriatic Magnolia. Bring me back that flower.
This doesn't look uninhabited. This looks like there's a whole monasteries. Who lit the street lamp? Oh, okay. I didn't mean to randomly leave, but apparently. Okay, no. Obviously, there's someone here, right? That's a gas lamp. That's uninhabited island. I'll fight him. Okay, we're gonna play our favorite game, Trap or Rambling Old Lady Montage. Why would I go into this build? Why would anyone willingly go through this gate? Make sure the ring spirit isn't hanging around outside. That thing does like to linger. Ring soul, sorry. Look at that, just... This is the most evil door I've seen. It's got... Like, those are just fangs. Wow. Okay, you know what? I feel great about this. This is my favorite greenhouse. The door was bitten by a vampire. Yes, it's got fangs. Hi, Lucia. What a beautiful mansion. A nice little summer home, huh? It's not uninhabited if you have a summer home there. That's habitation. I used to live here when I was a little girl. Bravo, Coriar. We have in fact seen vampires chewing the scenery. Stealing it, too. So where's this flower, anyway? Well, it's... I forgot. Maybe it's this way. Boop. What are we... are these... Okay, that's not a child, these are creepy puppets. I mean, we can just leave Geppetto here. Best for everybody. Hey creepy child, how's my dog? That's good, that's a good upgrade. Panic? That didn't do anything at all. How did we get rid of the giant cage around her? And why isn't Joaquin using it as his new melee weapon? What are fierce monsters like that doing on a peaceful island like this?
Gee, I wonder.
Okay, also, does that happen if I step on it again? No. Engineer brain versus anybody else's brain. XKCD made a whole strip about it. To point out, I'm not being mean to Lucia. The game, like, really plays her up as a ditz, and I don't make the jokes, I'm just leaning into them. She's quite cagey, and she's a valuable and treasured party member, and she's gonna kill so many Helldivers, let me tell you. Yeah, spoiler alert, she has a unique model, and she's not one of the villains, so we're definitely getting her on payroll. Also, why is the wall decorations like making like meat moss veins? I don't like this house. No, I wasn't expecting that to open. There's stairs on both sides we gotta check out. Ah, jeez. Is this a puzzle?
Oh, I remember. The flower grows in the courtyard up ahead.
Up ahead? But there are 3 doors!
Let's see. Was it the door on the right? I think it was. But it could be the door on the left. Eeny, meeny, miny. I think it's the one in the middle.
Well, whatever. Let's just try opening them all.
But there's something on the doors. I wonder what those things are. Oh, that's right. There are frames on the doors for fitting zodiac tiles into. The poems are hints. If we put the zodiac tiles into the frames just right, according to the poem's hints, the doors will open.
Okay, so we are going to have to explore the rest of the mansion to find tiles to unlock the doors, and then hopefully we get the correct door. What a complicated setup. But of course, you know all the answers to the puzzles, right?
Oh, of course. Let's see. We put the sign of the shrimp here, and the sign of the turtle over there.
Those zodiac signs don't exist. Well, there's only one thing to do. We'll have to collect all the zodiac tiles and figure it out ourselves. Thanks, Karen. Very helpful. Glad to have you on payroll. That Prussian military academy is really paying off. 3 doors is one better than 2 doors. Okay, Corey, I'm gonna toss this out here. Oh, we've got a query. We got 3 Taurus. Oh, we got 3 already. Okay, we're great. We just got to find the rest of these chests and then come back here and sort this stuff out. Also, you ain't get me start talking about the tutors, man. I got too much other potential classroom hour stuff. I start talking about the War of the Roses and, you know, the House of Tudor, and we'll be here all week. If you want to dispose of a ring. Hey, we don't talk about disposing rings here. The ring soul is a good guy. Okay, that door is just plain locked, alright. Narrowing down the ways that we can proceed. Joaquin has returned to Muscle Man 4. I welcome this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it as a stick dancing around on its own. I'm dancing stick averse. but I will beat up a child. Almost any child. Look at my muscles! I'm so glad we have Akeem on payroll. I'm not gonna lie. This game is a pretty good cast. He's always gonna be the best boy. Okay, so we don't go through there. And alright, well I guess we're on dungeon time now. So if you think that means there's going to be disjointed talking about Florence in particular, well, not necessarily Florence, but boy, do I have some disjointed history for you. Camera, why do you do this to me? Ugh, the PlayStation 2. And it's like, is there something behind the pillars? Is there a treasure chest hidden just off screen? Yes, there is. My instincts are great. Okay, and I would have seen it from this angle. Ah. Who would... No. Why would you make this hallway? Who would willingly walk down it? This is the most obvious trap. I don't think that's the trap. I think that's just a random encounter. But yeah, okay, so picking up from what I was grousing about at the end of last week, and mentioned really quickly at the start of this one. So we're in Florence. It is 1915. It is the First World War. Italy was one of the combatants in the First World War. They were part of the Entente. At the time this is going on, there was open hostility specifically between Italy and the northern border of Italy and the southern border of Austria-Hungary. There had been one of the so-called secret treaties. Oh, it's more stairs going up. Do we go to the end of the creepy hallway first? It's another door. Okay, you know what? We're gonna... Alright, this looks like a dead-end room. I like that. We've got 6 of the Zodiac. Excellent. Good detour. Happy for it. What's happening? Oh! I'm the Ring Soul, the will of the Judgment Ring, the administrator of all fate. I heard you was talking about the Asanzo. You sure are. I can see it. I can see your... Bring it on, baby!
Yuri, stop being mean to the poor ring spirit.
I'm not being mean, he just seemed a little down, so I was trying to cheer him up. I'm not the ring spirit.
Stop it, Yuri! I'm sorry, he didn't mean it, ring spirit. Sometimes the things Yuri says come out wrong, but he's a good kid.
Wow, she's just like his mother in this, isn't she? Right, this is just like, okay, you know, he's a good boy, don't be mean, don't pull hair, be nice on the playground. I'm a kid now, am I? Yeah, you're her kid in particular. Did you hear that? Now he's sighing. I entrust this to you. Heck yeah, attack boost. The power to command the Judgment Ring. Such power will help you carve your way through destiny.
Thanks!
I will appear again to give you more power, and I'm watching to see if you are truly the one to command destiny. Oh. He's gone. He's hurt because you were mean to him. What were you thinking? You really think so? Thank you, little... Oh, wait, no, there's combat in this room. The ring souls come back for a vengeance. Ooh, it's a hot one. Toasty! Blanca's the best boy. You got $77 extra for that. Not bad. Beat up puppets for cheap. The lesser-known stand of dirty deeds. Okay, anything hidden behind the screen here? No. I mean, it'd be asking a lot. I mean, we found the ring soul already. Who gets another attack? Who do we want to give another attack? Obviously everyone, but... I mean... I think it's either going to be Joachim or Yuri, who are both on 3. And... we're more likely to be using special attacks with Joachim because his muscle arts are fantastic. How could they not be with the size of his muscles? So I think we will give this one to Yuri. It's a little tight, but we can make that work. So if I can juice that one and number 4 a little. And do we have any strikes? Okay, yeah, we'll give that a go. I got a good feeling about this. This hallway wasn't a trap at all. I feel bad for insulting their fine, creepy mansion. Ah, okay, so and then that's the key to the other wing. Real quick loop, again, to make sure there's not Kit hiding off stage left. No invisible walls, no mimics. This is not the way to the Ash Lake. Okay, sorry. I don't know why I've got Dark Souls on my mind. Maybe that's my next game. Good news, it'll be nothing but Classroom, because it's all dungeon. Alright, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good combo for Yuri. I like it. And Joachim can clean up. Alright, so what was I saying? Yeah, so, 1915 summer, there's a secret treaty between just the Entente powers, basically saying, hey, Italy, if you can swipe the southern part of Austria-Hungary, you can expand your northern border. We're going to let you keep it after the war. Go nuts, have fun, draw forces away from the Western Front, because that's, best for everybody. Well, certainly it's best for England and France. And now there's a greater discussion that is worthy of historical review about the prevalence of these kind of like secret treaties between nations, promising whole bunches of stuff to the belligerents, often carving up parts of the world for spoils. Nowhere will this be more prominent than, for example, Sykes-Picot and the partitioning of the Middle East. See also Lawrence of Arabia. And what's this? There's a plate of fortune cookies here. Eat one. Why would I do this? I mean, it's filled with creepy haunted dolls. Who would eat food randomly left on a plate? Sure. Today's fortune. I suppose you could say your body was feeling fairly good. That's not a fortune. Okay. Sure. Awesome. I wonder what would have happened if I'd gotten a bad board. And Blanca really is doing the hard carry. Alright, got that. And the rest of the crew will bat cleanup as is their wont. Anyway, the Asanzo. River Valley, northern Italy, southern Austria-Hungary. Italy, under Italian commander, head of their armed forces, is one Luigi Cadorna. And he is a... I'm going to be polite and say, well, I'm going to start polite. I'm going to get really salty about Cadorna. He is a divisive figure in history. His track record during the war is not super great, and we'll talk about that more very shortly. The man is a incredibly draconian disciplinarian. Famously, even at the time, he executes more of his own soldiers than any other commander in any theater of the war for any nation. The official count is something like 750 of his own men that he puts up before execution in discipline. Many, many thousands more beatings, corporal punishment, imprisonment, punishing the men for failures to succeed in operations. The archaic, like, oh well, you failed to advance and do your utmost. I always mess up Karen when I start talking. On top of all of that, I'm not saying that those would be laudable traits in a Grand Commander if he was like an effective military leader, but he isn't, so it's worse. He was cheesing his KD ratio. On the off chance he ever had to switch up the lobby and join Austria-Hungary for the next round. He's very, shall we say, straightforward in his belief in how warfare can be conducted. Grab a rifle, attack the other man. Now, okay, yes, he has a point. You're going to need to do that. That is true. There are generally considered to be a few more intercession steps involved. Anyway, the joke is that we made it from England to Florence, and we made it through the Asanzo River Valley. We did, unless we, I guess, sailed all the way around and came in by boat from the south or up from the Aegean Sea. If we came over land, we went right through the Asanzo. And there are 12 battles of the Asanzo River. Starting in June 23 of 1915, and occurring all throughout the war for the next several years. Cadorna is launching assault after assault. He is almost always on the offense, though Austria-Hungary does counterattack on a few of the battles of the Asanzo. I think the 4th and 7th and maybe 9th. I'd have to double check. It's a big complicated list, and you have nothing but the dates to go by. There is it is almost cartoonish, right? If there weren't so many men dying in pursuit of this. Oh, hey, Lucia's here too. She's just following us.
Oh, that's right. Only people with blood type AB can open up this door.
Are you AB? Well, no, wait. She's just gonna drop that? How? How does that... What?
No, Carla's AB. I'm type B. I guess she was trying to keep me out of mischief. Well, they told me in the service I was type A. Too bad.
I don't know my blood type. I don't... Joaquin, you've got vampire blood, okay? Typing doesn't count. You turn into a bat, son. Me neither. That's all right. We can all just give it a shot anyway. Let's mix all our blood together, and that'll work.
This room is set up so that if you try the door and fail even once, a really great treasure inside disappears. And see those hearts? If 2 people stand on them, they can check their blood types. If the 2 people have blood types that don't mix, the lamp overhead will light.
Well, I was not expecting to have to, review blood type matching.
I heard about blood types once. They say A and B don't mix with each other, but that O mixes with either. Luckily, I'm an A and Lucy is a B. All we have to do is find someone who makes the lamp light with both of us.
Okay, alright. Yes, the physician in the audience. Thank you. We have a Coombs puzzle. I couldn't remember the guy's name.
As soon as you find someone, that person just has to go back and touch the door.
Oh, this is infuriating. Okay. So what do we want to do? Let's start comparing. Let's start with the creepy old man. Let's compare him with Karen. Okay, and now we'll compare the creepy old man with Lucia. So we know Geppetto's not an O, and we know he's not an A. Or we know he's not a B. Okay, so wait, so the old man doesn't mix with either. And that means he's it, right? Because he's not A and he's not B. And he's not O, or he'd match with both. So he's our boy. I think I followed that correctly. Okay. That was easy. I don't know why they would have left a note on the door explaining that it's, ooh, we got a petrify strike. That's really good. Okay, and then the rest of the zodiac tiles. I'm guessing we would have lost the petrify then if we hadn't been so gosh darn good at blood typing. I'm not sure I agree with the conceit of the door reading your blood type through the skin. Like, shouldn't there at least be a needle involved? Like, even, like, a little home diabetes test? A little test strip or something? I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV either. I guess I'll voice one if there's a physician in the game. I voiced a doctor in the previous stream. He had a bird. Well, he had a child with a creepy bird. Okay, so I think we've acquired all the zodiac tiles. Let's go ahead and save, and then we will deal with the second round of entirely different puzzles about decoding the zodiac. And I will distract myself by continuing to tell you about the battles of Isanzo. Anyway, this just keeps happening. It's back and forth. Italy wins. So there are some limited victories and tactical advances. There are some draws, and then there are Austria-Hungary victories, undoing the previous. And it is just back and forth in a meat grinder for like 2.5 years of this until finally the 12th Battle of the Asanzo. 12! The same place. The 12th Battle of the Asanzo is a crushing Austro-Hungarian victory, undoing all of the progress made by Italy. It's better known as the Battle of Caporetto, excuse me. And all of the strife, all of this back and forth, all the brutal discipline, all the there are rumors that Cadorna engages in the old Roman practice of decimation, decumatio, where an underperforming unit or a unit that flees from combat or is mutinous in some capacity, that you draw lots and you beat every 10th man to death, or rather their comrades have to do that. I think I did a little bit of research into Cadorna for this. I think that's just rumor. I think that's just character assassination. Not that the man needs much to shame his character. I couldn't find any credible sources that suggest that he actually engaged in decimation of his troops, though it was a persistent rumor at the time. Like, the Italian soldiers were the ones spreading that rumor, or at least believing it, so... what do we got here? The hero. To protect the children, the archer waits, bow in hand, to shoot the wild beast approaching from the distance. Oh, wait, I should... To protect... Okay, so children, archer, beast. So, where we got children? We want... What, is Gemini gonna be the kids? Yeah, okay. Children. Then we want, Sagittarius, for the archer. And to defeat the beast. I mean, they're all beasts, my dude. Probably Leo. I mean, a wild boar is scary. A big crab is scary, but I mean, I'm gonna go for beast. I'm gonna go with lion. I'm gonna go with Leo. Okay, that's one down. That door is unlocked. What do you got here? The maiden. Well, Virgo, obviously. In the desert, water is a treasure. To win her, offer the maiden her weight in water placed in earthen water jugs. Sure, that'll work. Why not? So, Aquarius, Virgo, and Libra is the scales? Is that right? Okay, so... Yeah. Virgo. We're weighing her, and this looks like scales. So Aquarius, and then the scale is at the bottom, I assume. If not, we can switch Virgo and Aquarius. All right, 2 down. I'm studying a little bit of astrology. We're gonna have. After we recruit Carla, who does tarot readings, there's going to be classroom hours about common tarot practice and theory. I actually have a set myself. I've been studying them and practicing casually for a few decades now. The value of livestock. What? Getting cheese is better than only wool. But getting succulent meat is the best thing of all. Okay, so what? So cheese at the bottom, wool in the middle, and then succulent meat at the top, right? That's what that means? What's succulent? Scorpion is some good meat. Capricorn, goat fish. I don't know, man. Probably not. Okay. Where do we get cheese? Okay, so the middle is going to be Aries, right? Because that's wool. Getting cheese is... No, cheese is better than only wool. Okay, so wool is at the bottom. But succulent meat is the best thing of all. Okay, wool. I don't know why they don't think wool is the best, but... Alright, we've got Aries at the bottom. What gives us cheese? A bull does not give us cheese. That gives us succulent meat, perhaps. Goat fish. Goat cheese. Goat fish cheese. Capricorn cheese, obviously. And then succulent meat should be the Taurus. Oh, and then both sides of the door have to be unlocked. Ah, cruel. Cruel. On evolution. First it came from the sea. It grew legs so it could play in the shoal. Then it developed poison. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I think we at least seem to have the correct remaining tiles. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Hear that door on the... Ice on my fingers and my toes, and I'm a Taurus. That's my poem. Now which door do I go in? I'm gonna step outside and save my... I'm gonna be cheesy, save my game. Then let's find out what door we're supposed to go into. They're gonna have to get up awfully early. I'm running a classroom here. They think I can't solve some Zodiac riddles? Heck no. What's through door number left? I like it. Ooh, fifth key. The key items, I recall, are a consumable that you spend, and you get that many subsequent spins on the judgment rings. Like, if you get... Like, Karen has 4 hit strike zones, right? And if she were to use a 5th key, you can spin her wheel 5 times. And as long as you don't miss, you can do up to then 20 attacks. They're situational, they're rare, they're pretty much only for boss fights. But it's always good to stock a few of them. Okay, that's another door, so we're going to check the center real quick. Because I'm sure there's a boss fight coming up, depending on what door we choose. Always good to get a little combo practice. Not entirely certain it's necessary with... Oh yeah, we petrified him, so... Fair enough. Yuri loves kicking kids in the head. I can't blame him. I could do stand and jump kick. No child would be safe. You heard it here first, folks. This is why I'm not an actual teacher. Well, one reason. We'll come back to that door. I got a good feeling about it. Ugh, they're gonna make this difficult. Okay, well now they're head faking me, and I'm assuming that the small hallway is not the way to go. I'll play their game. I am playing their game, aren't I? Oh. Okay, there are two correct doors. Alright, well, okay, Lucia not remembering if it was the middle or the right is entirely fair. Because it's both of them. But yeah, so I was bad-mouthing Luigi Cadorna, and I can keep doing that, trust me. His whole deal, apart from being a brutal disciplinarian, is that he is hung up entirely on the concept of fighting spirit, of morale, of esprit de corps, call it what you will. And don't get me wrong, that has a place in war. Clausewitz, take a shot, refers to this as cohesion. And we'll talk about that next at greater length, because everyone should study and talk about Karl von Clausewitz. And then you should take a shot whenever anyone is talking about warfare and cites Clausewitz. Back to Karen. Oh, it's so beautiful! It is actually quite pretty. I like the floor. I really like this design. Isn't it, though?
Time for your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
So glad she winks at the camera. Comically oversized Looney Tunes lever. Oh no, the trap. She's got a cat!
That is one giant pussy.
This is where you all die.
Huh?
Andre, go on ahead and get them.
Thumbnail confirmed, yes.
Huh? Wait a minute! Stop! I'm your master! Did you forget who I am?
It looks like it's trying to eat her.
Maybe we should try and help.
I think you're right.
Lucia is very lucky that Karen and Joachim have a moral compass, because Yuri and Geppetto do not. Okay, and Andre is going to get an activation before Joachim, so we can try for a 3-person combo with Yuri. Because I don't want to risk it all for 4 and eat an attack that I don't have to at all. Don't suggest that the vampire help eat her. Look, the fact that, with the exception of his shape changing, Joachim's vampirism basically never comes up. Like, it's just not something that is ever, like, important. He goes out in the sun, he doesn't need to feed on blood. He just hits people with, Oh, okay, awkward. I've slowed Yuri down by fusing, so Andre is going to get the next attack anyway. You know what? That's fine. This is fine. It's a big cat. How bad can it be? I think Andre is large enough to hit with an anti-air attack. I'm fairly confident. Grand Slam won't knock it out, but it's four hits.
Come on!
And it means it means I get to use Grand Slam. We've got that upgraded Soul Comet. Oh, I had it. I pressed it. Now that last one goes really quick. Okay, that's not a bad opening round of attacks. I would have. Oh no! That is a large cat. I gotta see if there's like an item that gives you more time to enter your combo inputs, because it just goes right by. Kind of fire resistant. Okay, good to know. Oh, I shouldn't be comboing with Blanca when Blanca has fake ring. This is probably gonna fail. Okay. Yep. Joke's on you, Karen's fire elemental. I mean, not a fire elemental. Whew, last pixel there. Yeah, okay, got high angle. And we'll use our anti-air for a little more zing. Now here's the thought, if I try to use an item to cure ring abnormalities, I'm going to have to succeed on a ring, which I can't see. I'll try to heal instead and get someone else to... Oh, that's terrible. Cash steal? The cat just robbed me. You steal my money, I steal your HP. That's how we do things. Okay, we need to cure ring abnormalities. Yes. Blanca. Okay, I'm gonna need that money back. Jeez. This dungeon is costing me cash. Oh, we don't have enough MP left for Grand Slam. That's fine. We can just hit it really hard. Two Grand Slams in one fight would be indulgent. Yo, my dog's great. Cat sucks.
That was a piece of cake.
It really wasn't. Okay, I think we got our money back. Yeah, looking at that. Well, I don't know if that's the money we stole from it, but it's enough to cover our expenses. And nobody got downed. Full XP for everybody. Are you alright? You know, after you tried to feed us to a giant monster?
Oh, thank you. Just what were you trying to pull anyway? I'm so sorry. You see, we thought Sampietes Gladio sent you here after us.
Why is she becoming Minnesota Nice? Is that the voice I should be doing for her instead? Is she Marge Gunderson all of a sudden? That could work. I can do that a lot better than falsetto.
Well, we had hitmen pretending to be customers sent to us before. And every time I'd bring them to this island.
Yep, that works. That's what we're sticking with. And feed them to Andre. Yo, Lucia got a body count. We're like letting Lenny go after we beat him up in a fight. She's feeding people to her cat.
So you oppose the society too, eh, miss? That's right. Ever since Carla ran away from them, they've had it in for us. Don't you know?
And now you know we're fighting against the secret society too, right?
Right.
So this is basically just like a job interview, right? Except she tried to murder us. So it's basically like a job interview.
Oh, you don't have to say a word. I saw everything through this mirror.
Oh, you trust us now?
Sure. Sorry, but the flower I had you go get isn't the real Adriatic magnolia. I feel bad for tricking you.
Yeah, do you feel bad for trying to have us murdered?
But take this as a token of apology and gratitude. I hope you'll get some use out of it.
I mean, I like crests. I like magic.
I don't like to remember, but I guess there are some things I better tell you.
Do you kids like exposition? Boy, howdy. I don't think they're going to give me back the money it took. I think they're keeping that.
Loving life full of dreams I was. But those girlish dreams didn't last. Men used me and threw me out like trash. I was hurt and bitter then. That's when it happened. A secret group called Sapientes Gladio invited me to join them. Desperate, I joined, and even took on disciples to be my successors. But the violence was too much for me, and I ran away from them. They chased me for years, and always I managed to evade them. Finally, I wound up here. I've been with this one ever since then.
Okay, very helpful, but where are they located? Who's in charge? How do we find them? What are they planning? I mean, don't get me wrong. Support sex workers. They're people too. It's a hard life, and deserves all respect from modern society. That said, yo, lady, tell us their evil schemes.
I suppose no matter how much you try to turn a blind eye, you can never escape your true destiny. Carla? Lucia, the stars have turned. It's time for you to start your journey.
Yo, new protagonist.
I've always wanted to make up for that girl going down the wrong path. Now the burden falls to you, I'm afraid. It's not a burden, Carla. And I've always wanted to go on a little adventure. And as your successor, I want to make you proud of me. I'll tell you where the Society's branch headquarters are in this town.
Yo, you're hiding out from them for your entire life, and you live in the same town? You're just running. Your name is on the placard.
The man you're looking for might be there.
Thank you, Carla.
And so, if none of you mind, I'll join you on your journey.
Sure. Glad to have you. Okay, also, props to Karen for, again, being a, we have positive female friendships in this game. There's none of this like, oh, I don't want, the tall, pretty ditzy girl with, here with Yuri and my it's like, no, actually, welcome aboard. We're glad we didn't let your cat eat you. Tarot cards is a skill where Lucia draws cards from the tarot card pack. Some cards have powerful positive effects, others have negative effects. Aromatherapy is Lucia's skill, blah, blah, blah. Basically, Lucia, when she works, is probably the most powerful utility cast member. She has incredible buff potential. She can do, instead of just like one person, she gets everyone except herself with her aromatherapy. And since she's not going to be like physically attacking generally anyway, being able to buff Karen, Joachim, and Yuri all at the same time is really good.
Well, here are some things that'll be perfect for your trip. These mysterious enchanted herbs.
Yo, give us that herb, old lady.
Oh, but are you sure? I haven't really perfected how to mix those yet. You been slacking off on your studies again, girl? Oh well, take them along anyway. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. You find more and her little progression through the game is you find more and more oils for her aromatherapy, and blending blending two of the different vials gives different effects. We start out with just the two, which I believe is a healing spell for the whole party. We'll try it out. There's a very good chance that if Lucia gets any screen time, it's pretty much only going to be aromatherapy setup, because she also has the very real potential with her tarot deck. There are really good cards, except you can also draw them inverted, like doing a Major Arcana tarot reading. And inverted cards have the opposite of the effect. So like the one that this casts instant death on all enemies on the field. If you draw it inverted, it wipes out your entire party, and you get a game over. So that's a thing to be aware of. Joachim is a bat once again. I don't know why that's happening. Yo, footstep lady, how we doing? Oh, it resets? I don't want to swap for 380. That's not so many. I think we want to get like 5,000 if I remember. I don't believe I have any more material. Wait, I need to... Yes, there we go. Yeah, I don't have any more material for Pierre, but let's buy a new tent at least. Did we get our money back? I don't think we got our money back from that fight. Again, we broke even from the from what it dropped, but they're running a racket on us. I mean, at least we didn't get eaten by a cat, so I guess we got that going for us. I can only complain so much. It's a lie, I can complain a lot. I don't recall that there's anything that, like, I don't think there's another wolf bout already if we go back to Man Marion. I may have to do a little reading up on that, because we can revisit a whole bunch of locations, and I don't know when new stuff triggers in them. I just remembered the one for the wolf cellar. or the wine cellar for the wolf bout. Yeah, rather than wander through that when I'm not sure there's anything there, let's head on over to Sapientis Gaudio's Italian branch HQ. Which looks like it should be where they're fighting the second battle of the Asanzo right about now. Anything in the trash pile over here? Can we steal their car? I mean, that'd be pretty good, right? They keep sending claw assassins after us. Just boom, get their ride. That's how I would have done it. Oh well. Maybe we'll slash the tires when we leave. Tip over the vase. This is a posh secret hideout. Pretty fishy looking place. I don't know, just overly elaborate. Treasure chest behind the piano, obviously like you're gonna. Oh, I can't play it? Start playing the Max Payne theme if I find enough of them? Okay, I can see the seam in the wall. Chat, can you see the seam in the wall? It's right there. Okay, do the... Yeah, it's a puzzle where we're gonna have to set the clock face. It's a classic. I can see it. I'm checking the pot. It's a large, expensive-looking vase. It contains no smut. This book smells suspicious. I mean, it's suspicious that it's the only yellow cover there. It's a book about flatulence. Very funny. Love that early 2000s humor. Do they have any copies of the Ring Cycle? A spy dies at night. Not a puzzle, just their reading material. And a red book. Love hat trick. Nighttime is the right time. The burning flame of love is in the air. Now is the night to make your finest love maneuver. Pull off a hat trick with the one you love. Kick it off. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Okay, so we're gonna set the clock to 6. Oh, and there's another book. My own private concert begins at 12. This is unhelpful. So, I mean, kickoff is at 6. Spectacular. I'm no longer shy about love. Very good for Yuri. I mean, if that helps him get, if that helps him, deal with the literal ghost of Alice. You remember Alice. There's a story about Alice. What about 12 o'clock? I think it was already on 12, so I don't know that that's going to compensate. I'm just going to can I just punch through the door? I see the secret door. Not sure it's a player piano. Don't know how that happened. 3 o'clock then. So Sapientis Gladio really loves physical comedy. I appreciate that. I question their effectiveness as a cult. Setup is typical of a bad guy headquarters. Oh well, I don't mind. This is not the first time Yuri has broken into a quote bad guy headquarters. He is old hat at this. But man, now I'm going to be paranoid about every seeming dead end. And painting. And flower pot. What's with this picture? I think it's looking at me. It's going a little overboard, don't you think? Huh. It's 1915! They've got server racks! Okay, so there's a mechanism that needs a part. We opened up another door. Nice library. Do they have Wagner in here? I want them special moves. Oh. Lottery ticket. Better than nothing. The books are attacking. Oh, what? Okay. Wow. Yeah. Oh, I briefly forgot we were playing Shadow Hearts. Oof. Ah, that's terrible. Claude Commanders, I'm doing you a favor. I'm not going to leave you here with that thing. Oh, can we get gold bat? Let's see how we do for here. Alright, well they don't have so much health. That's oh, they petrified. That's a problem.
That was a pretty good warm-up.
Joaquim's fine. Anyway, new dungeon means I can keep picking up with classroom hours as before. Treasure chest. I mean, I'm going to be easily distracted regardless. You know this. This is axiomatic. I got the password. Password to what? I guess that's good to have. Is that down this other apparent dead end? I don't think there was anything for a password in the communications room. Oh, enter password. Unagi. Okay, fair enough. And then maybe the missing part for the mysterious machine is in that next chamber. I'm getting near flashbacks from the constant switch to the overhead camera, and it's not a bad thing. Being surrounded and attacked by the Slender Man is a bad thing, but... Admit, not super happy about this. Oh, she's still up. Okay, Karen, made of stern stuff. All right, all right, all right. Let's see if they like opera. Should have killed her when you had the chance, Charles. Right back in the fight. Also, oh, it's just a gremlin. Literally, it's a gremlin. Okay. That's why the machinery is in such disarray. There are actually gremlins in the building. Poor little putty dudes, they didn't sign up for this.
Keep your eyes where they belong.
But anyway, I'll finally finish my thought. My thought from earlier. Yeah, the whole thing that I give Cadorna, static. There are a lot of lessons to be learned during combat operations in the First World War, and to an extent, every belligerent nation has some trouble adapting, right? Like it is a fully mechanized war fought between the great powers that are not just using machine guns on like their colonial holdings and like militias and tribal levies, and artillery is a great and powerful equalizer, as is the machine gun. But most of the belligerent nations also have a decent showing of learning and adapting, and new tactics come out. Artillery bombardments are great, but they prevent your ability to advance your own troops over the area that you are bombarding. So the, suppressing enemy defenses only works so well when it still takes you an hour to capitalize on it, and they just come back and shoot your guys with machine guns. So this leads to the walking barrage. Shells timed to basically creep forward, landing further and further away with your own infantry advancing behind it. All this sort of stuff. And eventually there will be infiltration tactics, the sort of predecessor to the modern-day, fire and movement. Well, modern-day, the Second World War standard, and carried on forward. A lot of people learn a lot of things. Because if you don't, you get killed in a trench or in no man's land. But for all of the learning opportunities that the war provides, Cadorna really is having none of it. His men just need more fighting spirit. They need more rigid discipline. If he's failing to ever achieve his objectives, it's not because he's doing anything wrong, or that he's incorrect in his dismissal of the machine gun as being a terribly important device. It's because the men are weak, or they are cowards, or they just need to be yelled at a little bit more. And that's an ineffective way to lead a war. And it's why that he just keeps trying the same thing over and over and over again, fighting over Lucia, trying to get to the. I think the stated goal was the port city of. Starts with a T. Turrets? He never manages it. But yeah. Is Cadorna the worst overall commander of the war? I don't think so, but he's definitely in the top 3. And, I mean, jockey around positioning, but that 3 is Luigi Cadorna, Erich Ludendorff and Konrad von Hötzendorf. And don't at me in the comments, history bros. Conrad sucks. Ludendorff, for those DC movie fans, the first Wonder Woman film, which came out, I forget what year. Was that 2016? It's been a little while. The generic fat, sinister, scheming German general who was the villain in the Wonder Woman film. That was Erich Ludendorff. He's a real guy. Seems appropriate that I bring that up while we're talking about, alternate history in this game. If anything, making him a cackling comic book villain, trying to develop like super mustard gas with Dr. Poison to keep fighting past the arms stress because he refuses to acknowledge that the war is lost. That's probably that is kinder than Ludendorff deserves in actual history. He didn't like try to prolong the war, but he's definitely one of the dudes that is going to be like very active in the creative interpretation of recent German history, shall we say, during the rise of Nazism, and the stab in the back myth that, it was betrayal from the civilian elements, particularly the Jews. That was the reason that the mighty German army lost the war. It couldn't have anything to do with his lackluster leadership. Oh no. And yeah, he is. Not solely responsible for the rise of Hitler, but he contributed. And that definitely that does not put him high in my book for how should history treat this man. Konrad von Hötzendorf, comparatively, is really just the sort of the platonic ideal of the First World War commander that is a stuffy old world aristocrat that has no idea how to fight a modern war. But again, those are topics. Those are dudes that I could have a whole evening just on trivia and talk about comparing World War I generals. That's a bit out of bounds, at least for now. I do want to mention a little bit more about Clausewitz. Take a shot, since I mentioned him back on Man Marion Island, specifically where Cadorna isn't entirely wrong when he focuses on morale, when he focuses on fighting spirit. It's just that you also have to focus on artillery and machine guns, right? That's where he was going wrong. He was forgetting a couple of crucial steps. Or, real-world complications of an otherwise perfectly good theoretical battlefield. But yeah, Clausewitz gives us 9 principles of warfare. He's still studied for a reason. His book is on war. Read it. It's well worth it. Provides great insight. I don't have the full list of those principles. I might bring. I keep toying with the idea of if he should be one of my classroom segments. Even though he's a generation prior to the events taking place on the screen. But he talks about cohesion, and that is the force that keeps a martial body engaged. And you lose when your army loses cohesion, because the men don't fight, or they run away, or they surrender. And the things that cause cohesion, that give it, can be all manner of stuff. Nationalism, and Clausewitz is living and writing and working during the time during the time when nationalism is really taking off. The clock is chiming, so I think we go back to that, and the elevator will probably go to another floor. Let's find out. National identity, religious identity, in the old days, before Klaus was just alive and writing, but he was certainly observing it. Things like the king and the king and Caesar before country. You don't want to fail that. At the end of the day, you don't want to let down the men or the women fighting next to you, and camaraderie ends up being the great cohesive force for, most human conflict throughout history. And yeah, it's an important thing. It's an important thing to study. It's an important thing to take into consideration. But again, you also have the practical reality of a modern battlefield, including things like men, regardless of how high their morale is, men cannot advance into an artillery barrage while being enfiladed on both flanks by machine gun positions. Oh no! What happened to Joaquin? He could be anywhere! We'll finish off a gremlin. Why not?
Now stay down.
I'm glad that the game does do like leaked XP, because party members are not created equal. With these flower pots here, I really had a good feeling about some loot for the Machinelle brothers. I had to try. Also, why are there so many toothy Yonic monsters in their special division headquarters? Like, I'm just confused, is all. That's excellent. You want to see me? Face me in the ring. I mean, does that mean he's going to be visible in the ring? Right? Like, that's not a guarantee. Almost a threat. What's behind door number 1? How is this on the 3rd floor? Oh. Hey, okay, I think we found the cult hideout, guys. I get that feeling. Their dumb, over-designed owl mask. Nice furniture, though. Okay. Let's use this as a tent. And let's see who's in charge of this place. Seal of the Urn. That depicts the Dagwa urn, said to draw, yada yada, increases the user's dominance capacity. I mean, cool. I don't know how that relates to combat. I mean, definitely not Joaquin. Big bottom energy, that boy. Okay, another transformation item for Joaquin. Might have to do some research. Oh, I should probably say my game. Genuinely don't know what that is. But unless it's like mental resistance, poorly translated, or not. Okay, what is it? It's 8:50. Ah, we probably have time for a boss fight. What do we got here? Door number 2. I'm finding torture equipment. I'm thinking we're going to find Veronica. I could be wrong, but, you know. End of the line!
There isn't anybody here.
Maybe Roger isn't here. Yeah, there's nobody here, Yuri. We just established that.
I guess we'd better look for him somewhere else.
Well, it's not like another party member's just going to come along and you know, explain the plot to us. Or not a party member, excuse me, just like another member of the cult. Or we could explode. Look! Not sure how that snuck up on us. Not sure how they fit it inside. Ah, okay. So, we already beat up the Abrahamic god, now we're beating up a Roman god. That being Jens, patron of the theater. And also, Oath and Treachery. Man, did anyone ever play Bastion? Bastion was a good game. Maybe I should do that next. I can get away with that, yeah. Maybe just do the entire Supergiant catalog. This has got legs. Check out Hades, really good. Hades 2, almost out of early access. Sorry, I'm fighting. Okay, everybody has an action before the boss. Do we want to do some buffing? Let's buff Invisible Joaquin, because it's funny. You could say that they'll never see him coming. I said that. I could say that. I just did say that. And I mean, it's flying, so again, Barbaria with little anti-air is, I think, a pretty good combat, pretty good choice. And let's get to it. Or I could screw it up immediately. Honestly, more likely. Oh, that's a chunky boy.
Come on!
Also, not commenting on its character design. I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking it too. But I run a tight, clean ship. All right, we're gonna try fancy combos one more time, and then I'm gonna learn better and just fight the boss normally. Wow! Yeah, that's why we're only gonna do that once. I think that knocked. Well, they're still adjacent to each other. Should still work. I got the okay, messed up the sequencing. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. $233 isn't bad, I can take that. An invisible Grand Slam. Really just kind of clotheslining him with a locker, but that's funny too. Ooh. Blanca's in bad shape. Fortunately, Blanca can heal themselves. So efficient. Okay. Yeah, I said I was only going to do it once more, but I didn't screw it up. So that means I should probably keep doing it. Nice little vertical kick on that. That's very cool. Oh, I hate that. Definitely don't need it tearing its own chest open to attack us. Everybody's getting a little low on soul power, but it's getting pretty low on HP, so let's just see if we can burn them down. Somewhat literally. Okay.
I didn't expect much anyway.
Ah, we got. All right, that's a tarot card reward and some attack modifiers. Nice. Big pile of cash. Big pile of XP. Looking pretty good, if I do say so myself.
That's odd. There's no one here at all.
Weird. Where could they be hiding the old man?
Whoa!
What's that?
Oh yeah, okay, that's the airship they meant. Bombarding us from most sensible way to deal with plucky heroes. Okay.
Is everyone okay?
We're fine.
How though?
Ow!
I think I'm okay.
As hard-headed as usual, I see.
Nikolai.
What are you up to?
Nice to see you, Lieutenant. You too, Godslayer.
Yo!
Well, let's see. It's been 2 months since the mistletoe's curse, and you still look quite normal.
It didn't work. It's a load of crap.
Somebody needs to teach him manners.
The one you're looking for is no longer here.
What?
Saint Marguerite Island. We're holding him there.
Saint Marguerite.
Oh, they are just gonna tell us. Okay.
Get me the emigre manuscript. Do that, and I'll give you bacon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie to me. You most certainly do know. It contains the secret of life. You used it to achieve your victory. Afterwards, you and Bacon took it and hid it away somewhere. That much I already know.
The answer: the mistletoe curse, vampires more like can't be. It is neither, in fact. It is basically Yuri's soul is being overwritten. It sealed the bulk of his power. It's the justification for why he's at such a lower level than he was at the end of the first game. And it is eventually going to basically devour his entire soul, leaving him either an empty shell and catatonic or killing him outright. It's a pretty bad curse. And that reminds me, I am overdue for a. Once we're out of this cutscene, I'm overdue for a trip to the graveyard. But that'll have to be next episode because we are just about at time. As ever, I just want to get to a save point, old lady.
I see. It sounds like the society really won't stop at anything anymore.
Yo, they got a blimp. Sorry, they got a rigid airship. It's got guns.
Well, just what kind of secret does this emigre manuscript hold anyway?
Yo, it is an evil book, Geppetto. Well,
Nikolai said you knew.
It's super evil, Karen. Here's the deal. Are we getting his crayons again? Yes!
10 years ago, 3 ancient tomes were stolen from the Vatican. The Pulse Tract, which incarnates a god from the soul of the earth.
Yeah, and we punched him, beat him up.
The Rillier text, with the power to summon a god from beyond the stars.
Cthulhu Vatagan.
And the Emigre manuscript, which creates life from death.
That's an optimistic way to phrase that.
Each one has the power to warp the very fabric of existence. The books have been widely sought after over the years, and many tragedies resulted from that search.
I got my hands on those 3 books by chance 6 months ago. I fought that god. Yeah, just randomly. That's something that happens. When the battle was over, Roger and I secretly sealed the books away where they'd be safe. We put them in a flower pot where no one would think to look.
That dangerous, eh? And you remember where you sealed this emigre manuscript away?
Where, excuse me, you sealed it? It's hardly something I'd forget, but I was in favor of burning them and being done with the whole affair. So, not a bad choice. We hid the emigre manuscript in the great Nemeton fissure.
Nemeton? You mean that desolate spot in Wales?
That's right, and it won't be easy to go down there. That place is crawling with evil and monsters. Shoutouts to Kudelka, Nemeton Monastery being the setting of the first game in the mythos. Sounds like a challenge! I'd love to see a place like that.
You make it sound like a walk in the park, but this is serious business. We could get killed ourselves. We could get ourselves killed. We could kill everyone.
Alright, Nemeton then. Back to Wales. Again, it's not like it will be difficult getting from war-torn Italy to England. Problems for next week. Okay, well, we find ourselves in a classic MacGuffin for hostage exchange. In that we need to find a super evil book, which is shaped like a cross-section of a human skull, because heavy metal album cover, to trade for great sage and philosopher Roger Bacon. Definitely they won't betray us and keep the book and Roger. If I know anything about Nikolai, it's that he has never betrayed anyone, ever. Except Karen, on camera, in the first episode, recently. Apart from that one time, though, he's great. All right, yeah, we will have a little custodial work when we pick up. Got to check in the graveyard. Got a lot of soul points built up. See, we'll get some new fusions for Yuri unlocked. And, yeah, from there, I guess we're going back to Wales. And we will curse betrayals both sudden and inevitable. Oh, okay, I had the wrong slots. So I was like, wait, what happened to my save slots? There we go. Okay, properly updated for congruity's sake, and I think that is where we're going to leave it for the evening, my petit papillons. Thank you for joining us as we forge ahead with the wacky wide world of Shadow Heart's Covenant. As ever, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, drink plenty of fluids because, man, it is oppressively hot out there. And that is the number one thing you can do for your safety. That's part of taking care of yourself. Redundant, but important. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next one.